full screen. Voila. Good. Now, whatever I'm doing on this screen is happening. Yeah, so it's just way better. Okay. Now, what is your first issue that you have? It's just the things, the colors.
Yeah, when I print it, especially the timber, it's a lot lighter even though it is in section.
Okay, where is your timber? Is it this stuff over here?
It's a bit higher up. Well, there's one here at the bottom left.
Okay.
But everything that I changed to steel, that should be timber.
Yeah.
Because when I printed it, yeah,
okay.
it was just
So let's sort out the first little issue that I'm gonna help you fix this. So let's just go to your page settings here. I might use this as my video that I'll share with the class. I'll download it and share it. Okay, now the easiest way to print these things correctly now going forward. I'm going to leave the old method because I just think it's too complicated. Right, what size sheet is this?
A1.
A1. So go to page edit manager. You've got an A1 already. Modify the A1. Okay, we're going to modify this. Now, all that we're going to do is we're going to use monochrome plot styles, and we're going to make sure that object plot line weights is on and plot with object styles is on. Okay, and you're going to say display plot as well. This is going to be always DWG to PDF, full ISO bleed. Everything else is 100% correct. You can leave it like that. Now I'm going to press OK, yes, press close. Now look what it's done in your view. So now everything is black and white, and now you can clearly see where your line weights are right and wrong. Now, the reason why these are in color and everything else is not, so let's maybe select this hatch layer. So this should all be on a hatch layer. If it's not, I'll show you very quickly how to add it. So that's good. Now, this is what I like about the setting now. If I go to your view, so there's no more setting up that other color in your viewports. All that you do now, very straightforward. You're going to go and find your hatch. So let's just quickly organize everything that should be grayed right away. So I'm going to use this color tool. I'm going to quickly filter out. So I know for a fact that levels, hatch, and grids and furniture must all be gray by default. Okay. You see this pen 8. This pen 8, if it's selected, you just go to true color and you press OK. Now you see it gives it an RGB color. Yeah. Now watch this. If I go back to my view, voila. Okay. Now this is how, oh, you haven't set that. Let me just set your, lock this very quickly. What scale was this all to?
I think that was 1 to 200.
Okay, but these will be at a different scale, remember, yeah. So let's just say, let's make this 1 to 200 for now. 1 to 200. So let's just look at your plan first, and P for pan. So let's just get your plan in the right place. So technically, that's what you're looking at. Remember, you can move the stuff off and then put it on a separate. Okay, but we'll sort that out now. Okay, now lock your view. Remember, lock your viewport. Now you'll see that these things are all nice and gray, and it's printing correct. You can see it's way easier and quicker to work this way. Yes. Now let me just explain what is actually going on here. Sorry, not the right thing here. That was not the right thing to click. My apologies. Right click, page setup manager. So let me just explain this in a bit more detail so you understand clearly what's going on. Every machine should have, if you've installed AutoCAD, should have this monochrome thing by default. Yeah. Now in these settings, those first colors that you saw my layers thing are all these colors. So these are actually pens. It's a pen code. They say pen 1 to 255 now, and you'll see if any one of these, everything's black, but everything else, it's you're still driving your line weights like you used to. The only thing it's doing now is controlling your plot styles way better, so you don't have to change things to white. Yeah. Things that you want color now, you just make sure that they are true RGB color. Okay, so now one last explain why I'm saying this. These colors that you got going on here. You see this 97. If I click on it, it's here all of these numbers from 1 to 200 and something. But if I go to more colors and I change that to true color, and now if I go back to my view, that will be nice and green. Some of these were that already. So you can see at the top here, you can change everything to RGBs. The ones that you've used in the past, if you go to more colors, you can just literally go to true color, then it assigns it. Okay. Last one, let me just explain this last time. You see this 81? These are your pen colors, those RGB, so more colors. Here, index colors. You see this index color, that's actually pen color. Yeah. True colors, it's a true color, it will always print to that color. Okay, so I'll just change that one as well. True color, just go more color, then you just click true color. And I'll show you how nice this will look in your view, because you can maybe, if you want to, you can leave them color or you can switch them off. These were color ready, because if I If I looked at this tree, look, you've overridden that. That's why they were in green.
Because that I got from that template.
Yeah.
That you
So
gave
there
us.
they've used a true color, hence it's in color.
Okay.
Okay, but now if I go to my sheet again, you'll see now when I've started changing those colors. Where was I changing those colors? I think it was way down here.
Yeah.
There we go. Look, you can see the nice and the colors now.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
Then there's no mucking around with colors and
Yes.
that type of thing. So that's way more intuitive. Okay, we've fixed that issue now. So going forward, now we've just got to focus on fixing line weights. So I'm going to duplicate this page. I'm going to create a new sheet. I'm going to focus on the details. So I'm going to say duplicate. Sorry, no. Why is yours doing that? That was strange. Page setup manager. You can, so let's just duplicate this guy. Right click, move or copy. Here you're just going to say create a copy and move to the end. Creates a copy of it. Now in this view, now you see there's no messing around with your viewports are always fixed, and this will always be in black and white because technically this is how your sheet should look.
Yeah.
Now I can zoom into this. What are these details at? 1 to 20 maybe?
Yeah, those will be 1 to 20.
1 to 20, 1 to 20. Now I'm going to lock that. Oh.
Yeah, that one might not be.
Okay, maybe those are 1 to 50s. And let me just see. 1 to 50 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, P for pan. Now you can set you can use your viewport here and you can duplicate this, so maybe that's your 1, 2. Grab this guy down. I'll explain what we do with this guy now. Now your viewports, make sure that these viewports are always on the viewport layer or dev points layer. Dev points never prints or viewports, so there should be viewports. There we go.
Okay.
So what I mean is, if I see this plot icon here, you can tell layers never to print, and you can see viewports and dev points never print.
Yeah, I had a problem with that.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
So that's how you fix that. Stretch. Okay, now in this view, P for pan, so we don't lose the scale. And now I can just focus on that and then scale this guy 1 to 20 maybe, or 1 to 10, whatever those were. Got a feeling they were 1 to 10s. P for pan.
That also answered a question that I did have of different scales on one sheet.
Yeah, you just use viewports.
Okay.
And they never print, so 1 to 20 maybe, yeah. You can sort out the scale once you know that better.
Yes, okay.
Okay, now double click, close the viewport. Why is this thing still in the viewport? Oh, there we go. Now you just edit your viewport to the correct scale. You don't have to waste your sheet here. You can get them quite tight. Once you put your notes and everything, then I'll sort out my viewports.
Yes.
Now if I go to Control P, continue a single plot, and I go to preview, you'll notice that those things will never print. Check.
Yeah.
But your line weights are looking good now. You must just fix the wood. So now that's what we need to focus on. Okay. So we need to get your wood in that correct. Okay.
Yeah, because now it's on the steel layer.
Yeah. So now, the best way, if your drawing's starting to get I call it polluted, or populated. The best way to start isolating stuff that you're working on, for example, is use this tool over here. Go to settings and make sure that in settings it's set to off and off again. Now if I select this layer, there's just all that stuff there. Now you can grab just that and you want to change that to wood section.
Yes.
So that this should have all been steel in essence, because nothing's in steel section here. Maybe 1 or 2 objects, but this should all be just steel, not steel section. Okay. But anyway, let me show you how the wood works. Grab that guy. That guy, you'll see things will start disappearing. Timber section.
Yes.
Now I can bring back. Now I can go to my timber section. I can bring that back. Now I can use my match command, MA, and now I can match all of those objects. Okay, so now I can quickly, and you'll see if things are wrong. You can see the line weights are starting to work nicely.
Yes.
Oops, don't do that. And then was this that guy, and that guy? Oh, now that's working well. Likewise with all of this, so that's going to be, so let's select all of that. You can also just go here and call this timber section, and then MA, match properties. Match properties, you know where that icon is? Match properties. Now I can, so maybe not that as well, so let's do that. See, it's actually quite quick.
Yes.
then we'll see what it looks like in your view. Okay. It's getting there. You're making progress. It's tough in the beginning, but once you start getting the hang of it, now in your layers, if you want to bring back all your layers, you'd right click on this all function, visibility on, all visibility thawed if you've frozen layers by accident. Now, this is the moment of truth. Just regen your just make sure, regen. Yeah, now it's fixed. Regenerate. Now look at your line weights now. Okay, they see it's way better. If I zoom out, they will start looking correct. There. This could be on a steel elevation layer because technically you've seen steel not in section but in elevation. So if I make it steel, make sure that's always by layer. Yeah. Okay. So you'll notice there will be a difference now between steel section and okay. So those I'll make all steel elevation and not section. These things are dashed, these things are hidden. Okay, these fixes, they're actually hidden lines. They're not because we don't actually. It's not our realm to show them the detailing. It's their problem, and we show it in dashed because we just kind of make an assumption. Okay, especially when it comes to real structural stuff. We're not structural engineers. Okay, let's make sure that that's correct. Line weights by layer. They see everything's correct here. By layer. Look how nice your hatch and that's working now. Your concrete.
How would I hatch the timber then? Because that's also.
Yeah. So what I would do is now watch this. This will work really well now. Just my timber stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a quick command. It's called join. I'm going to join all these objects together so that they make closed polylines. Okay, so they're easier to hatch, and I'll explain why. So let's grab all those guys quickly. Yeah, there we go. 82 found, converted to polylines. So now these should all be closed polylines. See this, they're all closed. So you've been drawing accurately. It's good. Good. See, they're all closed objects now? Yeah. Just to double check, what I do is press Control 1 now, and I just make sure that it says closed in your polyline section here. Okay. Now, you go to hatch. Now I can bring back, you can bring everything back very quickly, and now you can activate your hatch layer. So here you can go to hatch. So make hatch on. Now you're going to go to your home command, hatch. Now hatch, timber, I use these. If you press this down arrow over here, you can get a lot of these. I might use this one for now. Now, as you see, it's asking me to pick a point. So why did it do that? Hatch. Strange. Here it says pick points or select. See this? If I use pick points, now if I hover in there, you see it will hatch. But now I end up with this issue the whole time. Yeah. Now, if I say select, watch this. Now I can, using the select tools better, and because these are closed polylines,
they will go in there.
Then there's no issues with things not hatching correctly. Okay. You see, this is way more intuitive. There we go. Okay. Now, you can, and it becomes one hatch, which I like, because then if you want to change the scale, you can say, in this options here, you can say make different islands. So you can say separate hatches, and then they'll all be separate hatches the whole time. Okay. So if you did that, they'll all be their own little hatch. Okay. So if that was activated, do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Just remember this video will be available. You can watch as well. Okay. Cool. Now you can play with this. Now you can play at the scale. I would maybe go to 2. That will work fine. Now go to your view, and now you'll see it be perfectly grayed out, nice and thin. Yeah. Cool. These guys, I'll actually put these fixings on the hatch layer and make them dashed. If you want a quick fix, you can quickly go here. Oh yeah, and there's a tool here. If you see this tool, it's like you're working in model space. You're actually working in your viewport quickly. If you want to fix stuff in that viewport, you click this tool here, and then if you click this back, it goes back to your viewport.
Oh, then you don't have to.
Yeah. Okay. So double click, and then you go to this, you go here, voila, it's like your model space. Now, a quick tools, select these guys, just like that. Those, you can go straight here and click hatch. Then here, you're going to go to line types, you're going to make it hidden. Now, Control 1, you need to change the line weights. So you just open this more so you can see exactly what's actually going on here. line type scale, make it 0.5 maybe, or maybe make it 0.2. See how nice. Okay. Hey, see that? Now these guys, because technically it's fixing. We never, yeah. So match. Now you can simply go and
match it.
Now look at that.
That's so much quicker.
Yeah, way quicker. You'll have to get used to the things that are on this side. They're not technically broken, so you can remove this and make this by layer. So we're just putting overrides. Just be careful of that, okay?
Okay.
Now if you go to your, now it's going to make, now you can quickly jump back to your view quickly. Now you can zoom out and look how, see how much better that reads.
So much better.
So much better. That one you've got to do the same. These lines are solid because technically they're not in an element.
Yes.
Those things are all in elements. Maybe here if it's a spacer you can make that a solid line, but then you have to split it up, break them up.
Yeah.
Okay, but look how neat this is reading now. Neat. What's this thing here?
That's a light.
Oh, now your light fixture. Let me explain that. Just this will be your last little match properties. I want to match that with that. I'll explain now. Because technically they'll cast in that.
Yes. Yeah.
Then break this line. You can use this tool over here, modify. Break. See this line here?
Yeah.
Sorry, no. It's this one here.
Yes.
It's this break at point or break here. Break. So say break. Select this object. Click there, and then where that intersect is, maybe there. Do likewise here. You can leave this on the concrete layer because technically it is still concrete, but you're not cutting it in section. Because technically, I'll explain now. This might be a cover plate here.
Yeah.
Then you can change this to light. You can show a cover plate.
Okay.
So and you can show like a little weird thing that looks like a bowl.
Okay.
But I'm just going to show you this now. If you change the line weight back to 1.5, now that's, so it's telling me this is cut into the object, but that's something, part of the object, still the distance.
Yes.
Okay. But look how, yeah.
So much better.
Then you can show a dashed line. You can change this line now to so let me just do it in here quickly. So now in this view, you can change it to light fitting or glass, and you can duplicate it and then show your light fitting in there. Okay. Oh, but that's it. These you could also tone down a bit. I'll show you this as well. So let me I'm going to delete this hatch for now. Yeah, here I'll make that concrete as well. So let me just help you with this, because that's going to be concrete.
Yeah.
I know that's still going up here, but watch this now. Now this is where this breakpoint tool works well. This break at point. Select the line work, and I'm going to break it right there. Spacebar, repeat command. Now watch this. Because technically that's cast in here.
Yes.
Now I can just simply change the scale of this one, Control 1. Make that 2 because I want it, or maybe just 1. Because it's cast into the concrete. Okay, we never showed in section. We always show what's going on. This is the element, and there's something embedded there.
Yes.
You can grab another detail if you really want to show them how to, but that's how I communicate it to the contractor. Okay, match this guy, and then spacebar. So select this guy as my driving object, and then I can just go. These you can do the same if they're hidden. This is timber. So now you've got stuff here to match. So I've got that line work. Oh yeah, sorry. Spacebar. Pick this bit of line work here. Now I can hatch. Because that's timber again, I take it.
Yes.
It's just a bit of line work there. And you might just show a gap here. So just watch this. This is very cool. Copy. Pull this guy. Put it to there, and then move it back by 5 mil. Move back 2 mil, maybe 1 mil. 2. If it's enough tolerance, that's it. Trim, because things are never really fixed. Yeah. You try and show a bit of tolerance because you're trying to illustrate how these things are fixed.
Yes.
And you do likewise there. Then that's steel, and that's timber. Then you can hatch that, and then remember you make this dashed, make that dashed.
Yes. Perfect. Thank
Are you feeling a bit more?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, now every time you create a sheet, these things will work out the box, your plot styles, and if you need to print in here, it's also got monochrome. That was I was worried about, because if you lose the plot style, you lose these settings.
Okay.
But every computer's got monochrome on it now.
Yeah.
I've found out, so it's way better. Now you can see anything that you've got to manage now. You must understand in this viewport that it's always This is going to show you what it's going to print like. Oh yeah, I must lock my viewport. That was my bad. So let me just change that to 120 again, and lock my viewport, and then zoom out. It's very usual. Just to be careful of that.
Yeah.
That is a pain. I wish that was something that we could. The viewport's still locked. So P for pan. Okay, good. Then lock your viewport. Yeah, then you put all your notes in, then you just move the viewports to make sure that your notes fit.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is what I'm seeing here. I'm very impressed. This is what it should start looking like.
Okay.
See, those are thin dash lines where you got the
Yes.
wee poles. Thin dash lines, you can use the hatch line again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I did realize when I did the assignment 4 or 3, when I do the dimensions, the writing's also very
Okay,
small.
let's just see what's going on there. So let's just see. Okay. Now, annotate, let's just first thing, I'm going to show you this as well. Make sure that it sets up and uses the dimension layers. So every time it puts it on the right layer, text works the same way. Okay, so maybe yours should as well. Why is yours not showing that? Should.
Yeah, 'cause I
Oh,
watched
there we
the
go. Yes, there we go.
video and I
Text
couldn't-
notes. There we go.
There's something I couldn't find.
Yeah, and let's just see. Text notes. So this we always put on text notes layer.
Okay.
Okay, so by default, if you use multi-line text now, and you use that, correct. Now, first thing is, set up your scale. So, yeah, I'm going to switch this off for the time. Show annotation scale, that's correct. Don't switch to other, I'll explain why. Set this to 1 to 20 now, because I know that this is a 1 to 20 detail. Now, dimension, and I'll pull this over here. Perfect. Perfect size. Now, use this command, and now I can go from there. Again, you can go dimension again, and now you can get an overall maybe from there to there. That's the perfect size. That's telling me that's correct, and then I can use this tool until I'm there. Okay, you get that now.
Yes.
Now, if I want to, say now this is 1 to 50. Now, if I start dimensioning and it's 1 to 20, so technically I'm working in the wrong scale here. So here you've got a problem where that's the correct scale, but that's not. If that happens, let me just double check, these will be in the same situation. You've got this tool in annotation tab. If you pull this down, add and delete scales. Select these objects here. Now, if I press enter, it's going to show me all the scales assigned to them. But I'm going to remove that, delete. I want only 1 to 50 for all of this stuff. Now, it happens when you use multiple. I might have to go to that one again and go and add and delete scale. So I must just say add 50 to that one and delete 1 to 20. Now you'll see that this thing will jump in size. That's the correct scale. Now on your sheets, there's a quick test to see if these things are working correctly. So if this was not to the correct scale and I switched on this one here, these things would disappear. So what if I make this slightly off scale? Oh, wait a minute, let me just check here. This show annotation at scale, yeah. So let's just change that. Now, let's change this guy at 1 to 50 maybe, just this view quickly, 1 to 50.
Yeah.
You see, guess
they
what?
disappear.
It disappears, but the 1 to 50 is showing now.
Okay.
It's a tool to see if you're working to the correct scale, but for now, I'll just leave it on so that the always shows. So at least you got a dimension if it's at the wrong scale.
Yeah.
Okay, makes, at least it's there instead of it's hidden. So just remember you've got that function to check. But now, if it's showing, it means that it's all correct. Now,
Okay.
with your notes, same thing. You're going to go and grab a note. So here you're going to go to multi-line text. Just start typing. Don't worry about the size about it now. Explain now. That must just be, sorry, that should be, switch that off. Don't switch that on. You should have, and it should be annotative. Here you're going to go and find your, so generally notes are 2 or 2.5 depending how crazy the drawing's getting. Okay, now click in here and then you start typing.
Yeah.
That's the correct scale. Because if I went to my sheet now, you see that there?
Yeah.
And I use my dimension tool, ME for measure. So it's distance tool, home, distance, utility, distance. If I go and measure this now, switch F8 off. Why is it snapping? See that, 2.5.
Yeah.
It's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be, and if you want to change all of your dimensions very quickly, you can change them and annotate. You can change them to 2.5. Voila, now they're all, and that should match text-wise.
Okay.
Okay, happy days.
Perfect.
Feeling better.
Yes, a lot better.
But check how nice it's reading already. Look how nice it's starting to read.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, lock that guy, lock it. Good, go to your sheet again. Now you can carry on working, and now everything should be, these guys, to check these quickly, just make sure. Here, these work slightly different. You see arrowhead size, you must look for text size, text height here. Now, this one works differently because it factors in at times 50 by 2, 100 by, it times it by that, I'll explain. These don't work quite the same way. These things actually times your, where's your text cell? Height. Okay, now it's working. Change all of these to, in my past, I've noticed with some of these they don't work quite as well. If I go to text height, so here, text height, 2.5, that should always be 2.5. It's only room names that are 3. All your notes are 2 or 2.5, depending how cramped the drawing is getting, and dimensions 2 and 2.5. Okay. If you're trying to keep your text and your dimensions at the same 2 or 2.5, okay. Then like here, these areas, you can call this play area. Those are usually 3 or 5, depending on how big the plan's getting. So here you'll see it 1 to 200. Play area, school, that's 3 mil. Street names, when you got a street, that's 5 mil. Okay. That's important because that's importance, hierarchy. Yeah. That's where it is, that's where the site is, that's the road, I know the road. Yeah. Then you're going to go and find, that's the play area, and then you have little notes, because that's secondary, it's how you read a drawing. The most important thing is where the thing is, road-wise. Then, that's that, and then you go and, that is a hidden thing there, that's wiring, that's that. Okay. Cool.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, just remember you can change your viewport now and put that on the viewport layer. Okay. So that it doesn't, it's visible but it doesn't print, so you can crop things a bit tighter. Okay. So here, if I want to see that stuff there, I can just do that. And then grab the viewport, control on your key and nudge. You can move that down to the middle. Cool, but it won't print. Okay, and now it's set up the whole time because we're using our plot styles. And what I like about this, Page Setup Manager, going forward now, you must just make sure that you set up your sheet correctly and you assign the sheet to each layout, like I've done. Okay. So to do that is, if I want this sheet, so I'm in A1, I've duplicated, which doesn't make sense. But it's this one here. If I double click on A0, guess what? It applies the A0 setting to that. Yeah. But if I go back to A1, you see it applies. That's just telling me that this style is applied to my layout. Okay, that's what they mean by what you're seeing. Now you shouldn't have any more printing issues with black and white, and it's easy now. Now you just work with those true colors to get stuff that needs to be the right color. Okay. Cool. Everything else is grayed out. So exactly like I'm seeing the drawing now. Oh yeah, let me just hatch that again quickly for you. This guy, so now that you understand how to do this, we can do this very quickly. Now I can just join these guys together quickly. So now I can use my join command. So now I can join, because that should be one object in theory. Done. Now it's one object. Now if I want to go to hatch. Oh yeah, bring back your layers first, otherwise, yeah. Hatch, grab this layer and you can say it was the current layer. Hatch, select object. Doesn't matter what hatch I use because there's another concrete one. I can just quickly use match that one with that one. Voila. Okay. Done. Cool.
Perfect.
Look at that. Oh, I deleted that line, went missing by accident. I see. My bad. But you can also close these and then match tool. Sometimes it's hard to go and find the layers here all the time and apply them.
Yes, the match helps so much more.
Yeah, match. So you can, if you're doing stuff quickly, but if you're not going to draw a whole concrete thing, then I'll go here, concrete, then I'll draw all the concrete stuff. It's only when you're doing small little changes now, neating up, then you'll use our match tool a lot more. Okay, but that's it. Good.
Perfect.
Happy days. Yes. Next. Are there people waiting for me downstairs?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just going to save this recording quickly. And stop that streaming. Good. Just for you guys to know where to find this stuff, let me just show you where you can get these recordings quickly.
I've seen the others on I go onto the YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're there. I'll just put it in the right playlist for you quickly. Then you can see it's an Oku200 playlist. I'll put them all there for you. Okay. Okay, but it was the last live one. You'll see that it was the last live one. Okay, so let's just go to content, go to this guy. You can come in and grab a seat if you want. So if I go to content, it will be the last one, live. Here it is over here. This was streamed. Okay, it's still, I'll just quickly put in the playlist for you, so at least here it will be an Oku200. Done. Okay, so if you want to see it, it will be an Oku200 as well, playlist.
Okay.
Cool.
Then a question about the exam as well.
Mm-hmm.
Someone mentioned that we can submit our construction as well, or the design.
Yeah, if you want, if you're doing a design, you can submit your design as your OKU project. But remember, it's plans, sections, and elevations, as per my example. So pick which one is the easiest.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you guys can do plans, sections, and elevations as close to my example as possible. Good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do you have Chrome Remote Desktop on your machine?
Do I have Chrome?
Chrome Remote Desktop. Okay. Put your laptop. You can put it on there for me. Good. Do you have a personal Gmail account?
Yes.
Okay. Sign into it, and you're just going to get Chrome Remote Desktop for me quickly. So you're trying to build your cabin, hey?
Contemplation.
Yeah, contemplation. Sorry, what you get?
Jeez.
Go to your personal one. Yeah, just sign in. You might have to sign in with an account.
Okay. Well, this is my personal.
Okay, then type Chrome Remote Desktop. Let's just see if we can find it. It might either, let's just check Chrome. Yeah. Enter. Chrome Remote. Click on the first one. Let's see if it will allow you to download it. So you need a personal account to download this little app. But it works in Chrome. So it means,
what does it?
so I can control your computer from there.
Oh.
And I can make a recording how I fix your stuff.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to keep so that other people have the same issue as you. Share my screen. Then, if people need help, they can just watch the video.
Oh.
Okay. Go to install. Yes, install. And then you can just click on that download icon for me. Yeah, you can click on that for me. Yeah. Let's see what account it's going to ask me for, because sometimes this thing is funny. There you are, that's correct. Good. You can just add the extension for me once it opens. Okay, add to Chrome. Good. And you can close this window. Just say add extension for me. And you can close this window and you can
Close the one.
Oh yeah, close it. Press the X for me, yeah. Now in this one, give it a couple seconds. Why did that close? That's strange. Yeah, click on that again.
This.
Yeah, click on that for me. That other view just closed. That's strange. Click on the icon there for me, please.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now you're just going to say share my screen. Click on that download icon for me quickly. Or just install a small little application quickly. So you've got the plugin now, or the extension. Now we'll just put this on your machine. It's like 12 megs. It's very small. And just make sure it goes to your downloads. Just make sure it goes to your downloads. You can put it, yeah, downloads. You can just say save now. Yeah. Save. And then once it's downloaded 90 megs, you can just double click and open it for me, okay? And then it's going to ask you there, generate code. And then you give me the code and then I'll take control from there.
Okay.
Right. Because then I can use my mouse and keyboard, because you didn't bring your mouse.
I did.
Ah, did you? Yeah, because yes, you can't work without a mouse. Yeah, it's very difficult sometimes.
It is. And frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating. Okay, it might ask you to allow you to so you can install it. So then just
Accept and
yeah, accept and install. That's correct. Yes. Give it a couple of seconds. Now you can close that. I don't know why it's wanting that. Did it? Oh, yeah, should give it a couple of seconds. It should start working now. It looks like it's installing. Oh, there we go. It's being installed. you'll see it, give it a couple seconds, it's going to say
Open.
generate code.
Oh.
Yeah. I can see it's busy installing. It shouldn't take this long. Check something here. Oh, there we go. Chrome desktop is being installed. It's been taking a while to check. Okay, let me just do this quickly. So accept and install. Yes. Let's see why it's doing this. Usually, it shouldn't be opening this. Why? See why it's opening this. Usually that shouldn't open. That's very strange. Maybe it's part of this platform now. I'll just see where your downloads was, because you can just run it from your downloads and it should just work from your downloads. So let me just close this quickly. Let's go to your downloads. Oops. That's strange. It shouldn't run from this. That is very, very strange. Why is it trying to run from that? Okay, let's see. It's the first time I've ever seen this on a computer that it runs out of that. That is very strange. Why is it using this now? This is not going to work. I don't understand why it's using this to install that application. Install it anyway. Anyway, oh, now it's installing good. Okay, let's make sure. There we go. There we go. What are you trying to model? Just try and see what I need to do.
Oh, this is the wrong one because I have a more complete one. I'm trying to. I'm having difficulties with this part.
Okay.
It's supposed to be going that
Yeah.
way instead of.
Okay.
And also the site.
Okay.
Because I saw that these tutorials on the format I would
Yeah.
see on session.
Okay. It's taking time. Cool. Please wait while configures host. Is this some batting so much? This should be quick. So we run, see it's working now. Maybe. Sure. I might have to do it on the machine. Just see here. Why is this taking so long?
Maybe like the Wi-Fi one?
Yeah, this should install like quick.
Oh, install, not
Yeah.
download.
Let's see why this thing is taking so long. System interrupts. Why is that going so much?
Oh yeah, we did try to. I don't know if you remember. We tried to fix that, and then I don't know what happened.
Yeah, this thing is running really slow. Just check something here. Check it on this PC. Click. Just see why this thing's doing it. So here, right click, properties. Let's see. Oh, this thing should have been installed a long time ago. Press cancel. That's not going to work. get 8 put in, you can get another 4. Okay, let me just see. Okay, let's just go to downloads. Let's try this again. Oh, it's jammed. I might just have to show you this machine what to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is close, let's go to this tab over here. I'm going to close all of this for now. Just so we don't using all the resources of the machine, I'm going to close all that for now. Because these things eat resources. Okay, now we're going to go to here. We're going to
You can
downloads.
also close the SketchUp thing because
No,
I'm not
it's-
going to use that.
Okay, then we can do that as well. So let's just do that as well, just so we're not using all the resources of the machine. Yeah, sadly nowadays with the software that we're using is need. Okay, now go to downloads. Right click, run as administrator, so it'll give us. I want this thing to run as an administrator. Install, let's just check. That's very strange. And I don't understand why this thing should not be opening. This thing should not be opening to do this. Get apps install. So we'll check this here. Change recommended settings. Bar that nuts. That's better. That's better. Yeah, it should be as quick as that. Done. Should be like that. Click, click. Guess which one is it? I know the one that you pushed on. That one. Okay. Just so that this can work. Okay, so we just need to go here.
So it doesn't work with
The university one. No, it's very strange. I'm gonna pin that so that's always visible. Should have a nice icon here, generate code. That'll work now. Just have to click this button once, and then it'll work. That's strange, it works straight off the bat. Strange. That's fine. I know it is very low. What are you connected to? Clicks. What's going on there? Oh, this is not going to work. I wonder what's going on with the Wi-Fi. Is the Wi-Fi good on your phone?
it's too bad.
Something's obviously happened around the building. Maybe it takes. Okay, we're stuck without a pedal here, so let me just help you over here. Yeah, so otherwise we'll be here all afternoon. If it's one thing, it's the next. Okay. No, this is not going to work. Geez, just when you want to install something, it all goes. Okay, cancel. This will work eventually. Okay, so SketchUp.
I'll need to download it from my drive first
Oh dear.
because I was working on the laptop.
Okay. Oh, you don't have it installed over here. Okay. Alright, quickly download it for me.
Ooh. I don't know which one it was.
This one here, open today.
Yeah.
Just see what's going on here. Let's get, what is this guy that you want today? Okay, I'll just go back here. This thing I need to download.
Actually, try this one.
There's no internet, that's why.
Oh.
No, the internet's too low. Go and get to the lab. Do you want to go and set up on the lab machine there? Go and do that quickly and then let me know once it's connected, okay? So you can take your laptop with you and then I'll meet you in there.